I'm Brian Way, and I'm going to give you my 2-cent review in less than 2 minutes on this Milwaukee 273420 dual compound miter sliding saw. At about 45 pounds, this saw is definitely portable and the handles are in an ergonomic position to pick it up and carry it away. So the angle adjustment on the saw slides really well, and it has this cool little lockout feature for doing straight chop saw modes. And on the other side, it has a lockout feature to eliminate the detents in the angle so you can precisely lock in those angles. As you can see, the spring tension on the head is quite a bit overly aggressive. When we move over to the bevel lock, it actually works really nice. It locks in to the detents, or you could hold it up halfway and bypass the detents and lock it in solid with one click. Although to bevel it all the way to the right, you have to pull off the right side fence to get that full bevel, which is really annoying for me as I'll usually end up losing the piece. The left fence can slide over and sort of lock in place, although it's pretty loose and not very secure. All right, so on to dust collection. There's this cool little square bag. It has 2 different ports. You could plug the bag into it. You could plug the large vacuum hose or a smaller vacuum hose. That's a cool little feature. So checking out the front dust port, you're looking at about 1.5 inch hole to grab the sawdust. That's a whopping 10 inches away from the back of the blade. And as you can see from the video, it just doesn't work. It's kind of a fail on the Fulton Milwaukee. So a pretty crazy dimension on this saw. If you're gonna put this on a bench in your shop, you need a 30-inch deep bench to accommodate this tiny little 10-inch saw. All right, one final thought on the saw. When it's on a bevel and it's extended all the way, you need to be pretty steady-handed to keep this thing from deflecting. Look at the major deflection. We're talking about over 1/4 of an inch of flex. And I'm using one finger here. I'm not trying really hard. If that blade is dull, it's gonna pull it when you're trying to cut a bevel, and your accuracy is shot. So my final notes on this saw: if you can get it for a few $100, sure, it's definitely worth it. $500, $600, $700, I would never spend that kind of money on it. I purchased the saw myself, nobody sent it to me. So hopefully these positives and negatives of the saw helps you in your decision in buying it. For now, I'm Brian Way, and please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of this content.